Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Welcome to your August reading. We're also going to take a look at that full moon that's happening in your sign. It is the first two full moons that we have in August. That is happening on August 1st, and then our blue moon, our second moon, is happening on the 30th in Pisces. It's kind of interesting because you have diverging interests coming up for your overall energy. We do have a new moon that's in your opposing sign of Leo happening in the middle of the month. And so there's some opposition there, right? The sun in Leo opposing the moon in your sign for the full moon. And then we get the new moon where the sun is conjunct the moon opposing your sign. Also, that full moon in Pisces, it's in the sign that's next to you, but currently at the time of your full moon, we've got Saturn in Pisces opposing Mars that wants to take action. So Saturn's trying to create reality around the dreams, but it's all kind of dreamy and nebulous, and it's doing this review thing. And then we have Mars in wanting to get things organized. And so there is this card here of diverging interests. And so I do see how there's a lot of things going on, not to mention that there's this T-square that happens where the outlet point for all of this energy at this full moon for you is into Jupiter. How do we expand things out? And so I feel like there's going to be, this month you're going to encounter a lot of different opinions that are going to come up. And so there's going to be a need to kind of take a look at where they're beneficial and where they create stagnation, right? Stagnation. I like to make up words. Don't worry about it. Okay, so when diverging interests make a situation seem stagnant or futile, remember that there are always creative possibilities inherent in polarities. One is reminded of the interplay between the opposites of the yin and the yang, which is the fundamental life itself. As the symbol of the Tao illustrates, the yin and the yang each have the seed of the other residing within. If opposition has its roots in the issues of principle, you must hold on to your integrity and your individuality. What a great statement for Aquarius. It is a reminder. Your individuality and your integrity is paramount to you, and so you hang on to it, right? And it is what makes you so special and sets you apart from others. Let go of the vulgar or the self-absorbed people who do not share your values. With both people and companies, one measure of stature is the quality of one's competition. So, if you have competing ideas with somebody whose opinion, matters to you and has some value to you, it's worth trying to figure out a solution by working with them. But if it is just so not in alignment with your core values as to suggest that were you to give into that, it would somehow lessen your life in a very significant way. It would impede your sense of integrity. Then it's time to maybe move on, right? So I'm kind of keeping an eye on the weather here. The wind is kicking up and I have my windows open. So if I end up having to suddenly pause, that is why I'm actually going to put it on the pause button so that if that should happen, I don't accidentally kill the video. All right. Just don't need a stinky car, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's take a look at Nine of Cups. This Nine of Cups, though, as the key to the situation, you have the spiritually, divinely guided. This is listening to your higher self about what is truly of value to you and connects with you in a very emotional way. So let's, oh, wow. Ooh, in the head area, you have a lot of thoughts going on. And the key is, how do you actually feel? Oh, Aquarius. Six of Pentacles. Things feel really out of balance to you right now. I think that in releasing and letting things go with the full moon, and you have two of them coming up, right? The first one is happening in the house of you. The second one is happening if you're an Aquarius rising. It is happening in the house of what you value. And so it is a chance for you to release and let go of things that don't work for you. We have the Six of Pentacles. And this is somebody, it feels like See, this side, it's so positive feeling. And this one, it almost has this, what's worth your time? Where are you giving and not receiving in balance? That's important. And so you may have reached a crossroads at a job, in a relationship, in a community of some sort, a friends group, something where it feels really out of balance and it's got you up in your head. And so here we have the Nine of Swords, and all he can see are those swords. The idea is that so you may be suffering from migraine headaches at this time. Allergies may have kicked up, and it could be why we have all the swords energy. But it's and because it's in the area of where you're seeking knowledge and information. It could be that while you're trying to figure this out, it literally makes your head hurt. It's doing a lot of research and not necessarily finding the answer that you're seeking. It's got him awake. I do want to say, though, it's at the sunrise. So either you've been up all night or you wake up in the morning and it's the first thought in your head, right? And so it's not the middle of the night here, but maybe you've not gone to sleep at all. It's really hard to say from this picture. I can't really tell. That is the light of consciousness streaming through those swords. And so I feel more like it's a lot of information that needs to be sorted through. We have the Devil card and how do you transform the situation, but the Devil card, this is the reverse side. This isn't the side where you're bound. This is the side where you understand that you can get away from the situation. You can release yourself. You're fully aware of that. We have a lot of backs being turned. Holy cow. Turning your back on, walking away from, it is a full moon. It is about moving past things. It is about this is a big release and letting go, but it's one that feels like it's not going to come out of nowhere, and it feels like it's your choice. You choose that this doesn't work for you. You choose that. I can see that, but this is divinely guided choice and decision making. And so I feel like it's something where you feel like you've applied a lot of effort. What's draining your energy? What's nibbling away at you? We have this Eight of Pentacles, and this is someone who is training somebody, and it feels like, you know, you had big dreams of the future when you were younger about something that if you worked hard, you can manifest or create it, or you feel like you put a lot of effort in and you're not receiving satisfaction from it. You could be a teacher, and the teaching is not giving you what you thought it would, because those pentacles are not firm. These are nice and solid. These are like dreams of money, and that child is not a solid. Well, no, he's pretty solid. He's watching, trying to learn a skill, dreams of being rich and famous. So we have this Eight of Pentacles about the hard work, and somehow that's draining your energy. And the challenge here is staying emotionally balanced. But here we have a dolphin. The real challenge is enjoying it. It's not just about being emotionally balanced, but it's about actually having fun doing it. And so I feel like you're doing something that's just not as much fun as you thought it would be. It's not giving you what you thought it would give you. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. This is a really interesting one. You see how on this side we have wisdom and loyalty. On this side, those two are asking a blessing. And then here we have the Hierophant in the energy to, and again, they both have their backs, but they're offering a blessing. Action to take and the energy to anchor into. So these aren't people making judgments about you. It's about, it feels like a choice. I'm surprised we don't have the Lover's card here, but we do have the Devil, which is like the opposite of the Lover's card, the very similar energies. It's like you're turning your back on the loyal, like something's not been loyal to you. And this is a yin and the yang. an opportunity to create balance, which means turning your back on something else and moving towards something new, a new opportunity, one that allows you to be creative and also allows you to develop your skills, because this guy looks a lot like this guy. And here we have the new beginning, and he's holding the key. There's a little baby sitting there holding the key, and the apple, knowledge and wisdom, and this fertility god there. Like the apple's been cut open and offered to the fertility god. There's an opportunity for growth in something new. And there's a blessing being conferred on you. Almost feels like though from you, from your higher self, to make this change. In the energy of resources, we have this Three of Swords. This is your emotional, financial, physical, mental, spiritual energy, right? This is a typical, this is be the front of the Three of Swords, and you can see it's a shield that's been pierced. And yeah, there's a heart on it, but there's a shield. So you are sort of being protected through this process. And in this one, it's obvious you're not dead, but the storm is raging, and you're looking at what has pierced your heart, but you're safe from... You're in the storm, but look, you're still armored up. You don't have your helmet on because you're taking your mask off to really assess the situation, to try to understand. There is a lot of trying to understand how you got to where you are right now going on in the mental. Understanding that you're free to set yourself to walk away from a situation if you would like. Here we have this lotus flower. This is about the spiritual connection. And here the key is connecting in with your higher self through your heart space, through your emotions. This will allow you to find this balance that you are seeking. The one where you get to have fun again. And in the heart space, moving forward, we have the death card. Here is the traditional death card. But look at the joy and the happiness and the sun coming up and the transformation, the naked joy. That's what she's dancing with joy, and she's totally naked. It is like dancing with joy and walking away from a situation and understanding you don't have to do that, whatever that thing is. And so there's diverging interest here. It's like, what is of value to you? What is your principles? This month there's a situation that it doesn't fit you anymore, or what you had hoped it would be, it turned out to not be. And so this is about realigning with your own goals, hopes, and dreams of what you wanted to have in the future. You are destined to succeed. I love that so much. And imagination clouds your judgment. Ooh, imagination clouds your judgment. There's a need for a clear assessment of a situation. To understand you're not trapped in anything. This is allowing the illumination to come through and to really look at something. But you're destined to succeed. I trust that you are going to figure this out. Let's pull some cards on that full moon, because literally I feel like in your case in particular, it is the big key to what you're going to do here. Your reading's short and simple. I think it's simple because I think I don't have to explain to you what the situation is. You're clearly spending a lot of time on it, up in your head. And there's a big transformation that is occurring. And there's a lot of turning your back on what is not working. Turning your back, turning your back, turning your back. And the 10, it's a completion of a cycle. And the death card, completion of a cycle. And this totally looks like, oh my God, look at this. On the back of the Hierophant there, notice that it looks like the same symbology. And this has the astrology there. And so there's a cyclical nature to things and how things are lining up. Excellent. So in the space of your life where things are not lining up with your personal values, trust yourself. Trust yourself to go after what it is. Can't make this shit up. Look, death card, death card. This full moon is setting you up for success by completing a cycle, by allowing yourself to move into a new direction, by working with the energy. I am learning that endings are just merely beginnings, right? I am learning that endings are just merely beginnings. It's a 10, it's a completion of a cycle, but there's a new cycle beginning. There's a new cycle beginning. You have the Judgment card. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. This divergence of interest. Something doesn't fit with yours anymore. It doesn't make it good or bad. It just makes it not your path, not your idea of what you want to do, because why? You have purpose. You have purpose. I know what I'm here to do. You know that whatever this is, it's not gelling with what your destiny is, what you are choosing to do. So you can overcome anything. It's the sword and the stone. It's the sword of truth. It's the sword of your integrity, right? And you have hold the course, staying focused. You know what your purpose is. Focus on it. And where things are not, situations, people's ideas, wherever things are messing with your sense of integrity and value around something, walk away. You stay focused on what you know you're supposed to be doing. You focus on the work, not on the imagination of it, but actually doing the work. Do the work. You know what it is. No doubt about it. Wow, Aquarius, really love your reading. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I really, really appreciate the comments. And when you guys hit the thumbs up and share this video. Yeah, no, it's really cool. So thank you for that. I do appreciate you. You guys take good care of yourself. I'm on Facebook every day if you want to know more about the astrology. We're working with Venus over there. She transits through your opposing signs, so your 7th house of partnership if you're an Aquarius rising. And if you would like a personal reading, I do those. And that information is in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. Big shift, a big opportunity to complete a cycle. But the cycle that you're completing is the cycle that is blocking you from staying on your path. It's not like you're changing paths. You're just recognizing this doesn't serve my path. I love it. All right, you guys take good care. Close the windows of my car. And I will see you back here again next week.